author, Sophia Greene. Good afternoon, Sophia Greene. How are you?
Good afternoon, Mr. Lindsay. I'm doing quite well, sir. How are you?
I am. It's hot here in Florida. That much I can't tell you. It is hot, but I'm fine. I'm fine. It's good to be talking to you.
Yes, it's a pleasure. Long time, Mr. Lindsay. Long time. As we call it in Jamaica, donkey years.
Donkey years. When I accepted your friendship online,
yes.
your face looked familiar. And I said, no,
yes.
this girl. But I just couldn't, when you get old and... I know you from way back in the 80s.
Yes, you know me from I was in my teens. This lost girl that's trying to find herself.
Yes. I remember you. Once you gave me the description and how we know each other.
Right.
I was like, oh, yes. Oh, yes, Sophie. But it's good, to see young people like yourself.
Yes.
Who have, you've gone through your changes like every young people do, myself included. We go through changes, but you're able to wake up and smell the coffee,
pick yourself up. Pick yourself up and keep it moving, I call it.
Yeah. Back in the days when I used to come to Jamaica like every other week, my stopping point where we used to lay my head was over by
De La Vega City.
Yes. And that's where we met. Because your mom had a little shop, a little store around the corner, right?
Yes, my mom, my grandmother, actually, that wasn't my mother. My grandmother had a bar and a shop and a home there. And
right.
Yes, and I was this little teenager and I was dating who at the time.
That's what
right, and had a baby at the time, who. And
oh, really? That much I didn't know.
What are you talking about? We have a 30-year-old son.
You are Papa's son?
Yes.
I didn't know you went that far, my dear.
Yes, we have a 30-year-old son that just graduated 6 years ago with his bachelor's.
Congratulations.
Yes, he's a youth pastor actually right now, doing quite fine.
I know Sam is down here.
Yes, with his wife, Debbie, and their 5 children. He's doing well and doing great things. I'm so proud of them.
I didn't know. I just thought you were just his high school sweetheart.
No, I made him know that he was a man. I gave him his first child. Oh my God, I can't believe I didn't know this.
No, I didn't know. To be serious.
Wow. My son is the junior, actually, of him.
Okay. I didn't know.
Wow, Mr. Lindsay, wow.
That missed me. That one missed me. Because, as you know, I came for him. He was like, what, 16?
He was 17 and I was 16.
When I came for him?
Yeah, when you came for him, he was about 16 going on 17, and I was 15 going on 16.
So how long was that relationship?
From about 14 to about 18.
Okay, so a good 4 years.
Right.
So I just thought you were just his, you were his high school sweetheart.
I was his high school sweetheart, and he was my first love and first everything, and we had a child together.
Yes. Congratulations. Right. 30 years ago.
Yes, a long, long time. I saw him about 6 years ago was the last time I saw him. We were all at my son's graduation. He was there with his wife, Debbie. We all had dinner, had a great time, and went our separate ways, But we co-parent. We're not enemies. We're not friends,
You have a child together.
We have a nice, civil
relationship.
You know how it goes with mom and dad.
Yes.
So we're good.
Yeah, good. Very good. No, but seriously, Sophia, I did not know that part.
Yeah, that one took you off.
Trust me.
Yes. That one missed you.
That little grocery store that your grandmother?
Yes.
That's where I used to send the kids them to buy my diet soda, because that was the only place.
I know.
That's the only place in Spanish Town in those days you could get a diet soda.
Exactly, because my grandfather worked on a ship at that time, so we had everything that every other grocery store didn't have.
Right, that was the only place I could get my Diet Pepsi.
Anything that was scarce in Jamaica, flour, sugar, saltfish, peas, come to my grandmother and you get it.
I'm telling you, you're taking me way back. No. When you told me about, you're an author, I was like, what are you talking about? How did this come about? How did you, I know you went through your changes and all of that. And then what happened after you became a woman and you know, what happened? How did it get into the point where you had written a book? And what is this book is about?
You know what, Clinton? Ladies by the Well is basically a reflection of my life. It's a part of my journey. It's about me stopping and saying, listen, I need to brakes here. I was moving too fast. I was headed for a crash. I did have quite a few crashes, but never a crash that stopped me enough for me to say, don't get up.
Okay.
So Ladies by the Well was a point where I said, you know what, Sophie, you got to do some reflection here. You got to make some changes here. Because, first of all, my mother sent me to this country to get me away from the company I was in.
You're referring to the U.S.?
Yes.
Okay.
She sent me here to get me away because she saw where I had changed overnight.
You were a little rebel.
Yes.
Last time I saw you.
Yes, I changed from a honor roll student
to a rebel.
This nice, quiet, shy girl to start being in the dance hall 7 nights a week, to getting into fights, to all these things that she was saying. Listen, I don't know my daughter. Well, when I started writing Ladies by the Well is when I said to myself, Sophia, who are you? I don't know who you are anymore because I've fallen so deep and so dark into someone else that I couldn't even feel my own soul.
But let me ask you this. Were you rebelling against something? Why? Because usually that's the case. Were you
know
rebelling?
What happened, Clinton? So the first thing that really threw me off was my pregnancy in high school. Because I had big dreams. My mom had big dreams for me. I had dreams to go to college. And that pregnancy threw me off. And when that relationship didn't work, I was like, come on now.
You were rebelling.
Yes, I traded all my dreams to find out that I'm stuck with a baby. And I was like, you got to pick yourself up. And then I came to the U.S. That was another trauma. My mother brought me here. I've never been on my own. I've never paid bills. I don't know what it is to be responsible. I don't know what it is to do a budget. I don't know what it is to have work etiquette, to go to work on time and be there and be responsible. And not to mention the weather. That was a shock.
Right.
Coming from a 89 degrees weather to a below zero weather. I was like, what's going on?
Where did you come first?
I came straight to New York. It was December 1987. And when I got off that plane, I said to myself, how do humans live here? That was a shock to me.
But when you were in Jamaica, though, your mother was sending you everything. I
had everything.
You were Jamaican and you looked like an American. I remember that about you.
Everything, Clinton, everything I wanted. I was raised with a babysitter. I always had nanny. My clothes was washed. My clothes was ironed. I was in need of nothing. The only thing I was in need of was guidance. And that is so important in a young woman or a child's life. You need a mentor, you need guidance, you need someone there to say, listen, this is not the way. And I had everything materialistically that we could speak about, but I didn't have structure.
But did you understand your mom was away working to make your life easier than what she experienced?
Yes, I understood that, Clinton. But when a young lady becomes a teenager, there are certain things that parents need to have in place in terms of the body, the changes of the body and the hormones. And no one taught me about birth control until after I had a baby. I don't want to hear about birth control after I had a baby. I want to hear about birth control before I have a baby.
So what happened to your grandmother?
Simple things like these I'm talking about, Clinton.
Didn't your grandmother step up to the plate?
Listen, my grandmother is from the era where she says, I don't want to see you with no boy. That's it.
Okay.
Period. She wasn't of the era where she tell you about your body. When you reach 13, you're going to see a little monthly. Right. This is what you do. This is how you do it.
Right.
No, she wasn't from that era. She was from the era where she had her trials and tribulations, and she was at the point where, listen, I don't want to see you with no boy. End of conversation.
Yeah, I understand. Old-fashioned.
So, I basically had to learn everything, and my mother was traveling. She wasn't there to help me. So I was basically learning my body by myself, learning things by trials and errors, So I basically had to raise myself.
Basically, yeah.
Yes, I had the provision. I had the secure home. I had my own conveniences, bathroom, bedroom, television. I went to a private high school. I had my money. My money came. I had my bank book and all of that. But I never had anyone to say, Sophia, listen, this is not the way.
Wow.
And by the time I found out how is the way, I had made so much mistakes.
Right.
I had thrown myself so far in the valley that when I climbed up, I didn't even recognize who I was.
So this is in the book. The story
Everything
you're telling.
I'm talking about is in the book.
Let me ask you. The title of the book, Ladies by the Well, have that biblical feel to it. Why did you title it that way?
You know what, Clinton, when I started writing this book, I never set out to write a book. I set out to slow myself down and to go back in time, to revisit places that I've moved so fast beyond I could not feel. It had reached a point where I had no emotions.
Wow.
Yes. I would go, I don't want to, this is a family station, so I don't even want to say certain things.
Yeah, please,
but it reached a point I would have sex and don't feel.
What?
I would be in a relationship and don't
connect. Were you on drugs? Were you on drugs?
Actually, if you call birth control drugs, yes. If you call diet pills drugs, yes.
That's what I meant.
If you call being so angry and getting so high that you don't care about anyone or anything drugs, yes.
So when did you, okay, now, you were angry, you were rebelling, you were rebelling against, whatever the problem was.
Right.
Now, when did you start writing the book? Was it for therapy or it was just...
Yes, exactly. Exactly, that's exactly what it was. It was therapy for me, and I knew it was therapy when I started writing the book, and I had to stop at certain chapters because my heart was so broken for me of what I had put myself through. Mm-hmm. But at that time, I wasn't feeling what I put myself through because I was moving so fast and I was so numb. But when I slowed down and I said, listen, I can't live like this. I need an intervention. And I'm not going to go through a psychiatrist and I'm not going to go through the doctor. I'm going to go through the source. And who is the source? My creator. The person that made me. And I had to be like, you know what, God, I really need for you to anchor me. I really need for you to show me the way. I really need for you to let me know what I'm doing wrong so I can correct and take out the missing pieces and put in the pieces that fit. So I had to slow down, and I had all these names for the book that I was going to write and make the title of the book. And I went to my bed one night, and about 3 a.m. I woke up, and I, like plain as daylight, Ladies by the Well. And I was like, Ladies by the Well? What is this?
What is this? Right.
Yes. And I went into the Bible and I did some research, and Ladies by the Well was this woman that met Jesus by the well.
That's right.
And she had all these husbands, but she wasn't married to any of them. She was like a concubine for all these men. And she was searching for love, and she was searching for acceptance, and she was searching for everything outside of herself, Clinton, when everything right there inside of her.
And what did Christ say to her?
Well, first of all, he told her things about herself that she didn't know that he knew.
Right.
And bottom line, what he said to her was like, if you drink of this well, you will thirst no more. And at that time, she thought it was the physical water.
Yes, right.
But it wasn't. It was a spiritual water that he's saying to her, if you keep your eyes on me, you don't have to look no further. I will be your guide. Yeah. And for years, that's what I was looking for. A direction. Where do I go from here? How do I raise my kids? How do I walk? How do I take back what I gave away? And that's how I ended up writing this book. It's more like a therapy for my soul. It's more like a guide to help me. Because once I became a parent and had my children here, I really had to slow down and start making better choices, better decisions. Right. It couldn't be about me anymore. It had to be about them. And in order for me to be a better parent, I need guidance. And that's where it comes with this therapy, with this book, Ladies by the Well. And I just felt like I had to tell my story, Clinton. I felt like I had to voice it.
You have a very compelling story. I mean, I know people all over the world just listening and like tense right now just listening to it.
But you know what, Clinton? Everybody has a story. Everybody on this earth has a story. I chose to document mine. You know what? I'm going to share something with you, Clinton. I never share this with anybody, but I'm going to share it with you. I never thought I would live to see 40 years old. That's how fast I was moving. I would be in a dance hall, go to the bathroom, and come back, and somebody will say, Sophia, the guy that was standing beside you, they just killed him. And I would literally look down and see the police coming in, taking up a body, and I'll hear tomorrow somebody will say, Sophia, your father called you. And I would go and I said, Dad, what's up? He said, Sophia, you know, some man come into the club last night for kill a youth, and them said because you were standing there and they knew who I was. It took them 30 minutes to wait for you to go to the bathroom to kill that person. Tell me if that's not God's intervention, Clinton.
Yep.
So I never thought I would live to see 40. I always dreamt that I would make it to 40.
How old are you now?
I'm 47. I'm going to be 47 this year.
Yeah.
And all the glory goes to something much higher and bigger than me.
What do you aim to achieve with this book? When you write a book like this, you're telling your story. Are you trying to reach other young people
Definitely.
in the same position?
Definitely. No doubt, Clinton. This book that I have written is my journey that I have been. And life is a journey. My journey never stops. It goes on and on and on. But when I wrote this book, I wanted to use this book as a tool for other young women that is where I used to be.
Right.
Or is at that point right now. And that's only for women. Let me make this very clear to you, Clinton. This is not only for women. You know why this is for men? And men also, they need to understand why we females and why we ladies do the things we do. Because if you don't understand us, you can't live with us. You have to understand that when you come in and we switch from this beautiful, quiet, shy girl to this Elvira or Bridezilla or whatever you may call it, this woman can be carrying baggages that she never shared with you. This woman could have been abused, raped, discriminated, things that she's scared to share. The only difference with me and that woman is I articulated mine. I spoke about it.
And you
wrote
survived.
about it. I use it as therapy for myself.
And you
That's
survived.
the only difference.
And you survived. Because
I survived.
A lot of young ladies just go disappearing, missing, and never to be heard from again.
Exactly, committing suicide, get strung out on drugs, go through the same thing over and over and don't know how to get off that treadmill and stop.
Lane.
Yes.
Well, you know, I'm glad you really did what you did and get in this book out. How can people who are listening would like to get a copy of this book? Is it
Okay, well, right now, to get this book, you can go on rosedogbookstore.com or barnesandnoble.com, Amazon.com, or they could personally reach me. I'm on Facebook. You know, I'm all over the place. If they're in Jamaica, they could get it at the airport, at CD and Books. It's there. I have also independent sellers in Jamaica that you could get them on Facebook. They'll personally deliver the book to you. You can get it from Mr. David Chen. And if you're in the UK, they could get the book to you. So there's so many outlets for you to get the book. You just have to connect with all these different places, and we'll get the book to you. If you can't get anybody to get the book to you, just friend me on Facebook and inbox me your information, and I'll send you the book. We're all over the place.
Very good. And how is it doing? When was it released?
Actually, I'm going to be honest with you, Clinton. She is actually 7 years old.
Oh, really?
She's 7 years old, but you know what? I had to go back to the table with her. Because you know how you birth a child and you got to fix up little things. When she was birthed, I realized that certain things weren't in place. So I had to go back and re-edit her and clean her up a little bit and rebirth her again.
Now, personally, Sophia, I would like to get a copy of this book.
Definitely. I'll send, it's my honor to send you a copy autographed.
I will, after the year, I'll give you my information. I would like to get a copy of this book.
No doubt.
Knowing you, from, as you say, from you 15, 16, and now I'm listening to you and I'm like, this is little Sophie? I'm like, is this? Because when I listen to Papa Son on the radio preaching, I'm like, man, this is Papa Son?
Yes. Yeah. Because at that time, when we saw you, Clinton, you're like the God of humans. Not to say that you're God, but you were someone that I looked up to for many years, someone I respected, and not because you were that individual that commanded respect. You didn't demand it. You commanded it. So we gave you respect with the way you carried yourself.
Thank you.
And I thank you for having me on the air and for allowing me, to vocalize about this book, because this book means a lot to me.
Yeah.
Because even if this book helps one person, Clinton, then I have achieved what I set out to achieve. If this saved one person's life, if it gives another woman some enlightenment and direction of where she needs to go, then I've done my job. My thing is, if you're falling down so low, just go on your knees if you can't get up and cry out to something higher and bigger than you. And if you're falling so low that you're on your stomach and you can't go on your knee, hold up your head and lift your hands and cry out. And I guarantee you, if you are willing to survive, something bigger and stronger than you will carry you through.
Wow. Wow, Sophie. Powerful.
Thank you.
You are powerful. And listen, we got to stay in touch.
Yes.
We'll pass each other's numbers around, and you remember Georgia? Georgia used to be around the corner from around by where Kentucky. That Kentucky.
I remember the name, but I can't place the face.
Well, she's my wife now.
Beautiful! Wow! Congratulations!
Yeah, thanks.
I don't think she remembers me either.
Maybe not, because she was so shy back then.
Yes.
She was so shy.
But then you always like shy girls anyway.
Sometimes. Sometimes. No, but, everything is fine, and it's good to hear from you, and we talk some more. Maybe
thank you so much. It's my pleasure, and I thank you so much for having me.
Not a problem, and good luck, Sophie.
Thank you so much.
All right, then.
Okay, bye-bye.
Wow, what a story. The book is called Ladies by the Well by Sophia Greene.